Now, do you still write in cursive? Remember that? The fancy style of writing may be on its way out. State officials in Indiana told school leaders to skip cursive and start teaching keyboard skills. Some teachers have already stopped teaching cursive because they didn't have enough time, they say. So do you think cursive is still important in school, and do you ever use cursive?
You know, I use it a lot.
Do you?
Yes. I don't know.
My handwriting is a weird hybrid between cursive and print.
That is exactly how mine is.
Well, now that I have little 6-year-olds, I do write in block words a lot more now. But it's interesting. We got an email. We encourage you not only to do Facebook and Twitter, but we got an email. This came from Barb, and I hope I say her last name right, Gijas. She says she's commenting on the cursive writing. She's an elementary school teacher, and she says, I do see the value of teaching cursive writing. Kids need to know more how to read it than write it. In order to create their own personal signature, they do need to have some practice in writing in cursive. So thanks, Barb, and she's a school teacher, and I have talked to teachers here in Arizona who say they are doing away with it more and more. There's talks every year as to whether they need to spend the time in their curriculum teaching cursive, and they've actually asked parents to teach it at home.
Because we have the extra time. I mean, everyone, teachers are, overburdened, and so are we. But I mean, come on. I think it's such a small part of an elementary curriculum. Why get rid of it?
Well, but if they do not have the time, what's more useful in this day and age? Learning cursive or learning how to type? I would argue that learning how to type is much more useful now.
Considering
everything's going, and texting as well. Are you kidding me? They're learning all these weird abbreviations on how to do this. They need to sit down and learn how to type for their computer skills, because that's how everything is these days. It's all on computers. We're not writing each other personal handwritten notes anymore. We're sending emails.
Right. I don't know about you, but I had cursive and I had typing classes. So,
yeah,
I had both as well.
All right, let's get to what you're saying on Facebook.
All right, Tim Jackson says, of course it should. Writing by hand is a discipline which needs continue to be addressed. It increases motor skills and hand-eye coordination.
And Sarah Hasselhun types, my 8-year-old learned cursive last year. I think it's helpful to learn it so you can read it, but keyboard skills are very important too.
Ellie Rakoff says, while I still use cursive, I don't feel it's as necessary as actually writing properly. Learn to spell, then you can worry about making it pretty.
Lucia Bundy writes, cursive, yeah, when I am writing assignments before typing them, but I think it's okay to do away with it. After all, some handwritings aren't legible.
Now, this is really interesting, and Sia J brings up a good point. She says, yes, it should be. Some of these young electronic generation peeps in the working market can't even count out change when computers go down, and others can't even tell time unless it's digital. Will we stop making pens and pencils? Should all schools go to no handwriting? I mean, it goes on and on.
Well, Tim Jackson fights back, and he says, I teach English, and my students grasp very well, thank you. So he's saying, hey, his students are getting the cursive and getting everything along with it. So there's over 53 comments.
Yeah, and most of you are in support of continuing to learn cursive. Lauren Bingham says, I believe kids should still have to learn cursive and typing. I had to learn both, shouldn't they?
Well, yeah, the schools are just going to have to figure out how to get them both in there if they deem that it's important.
And Robin Savage, real quick, she says, she said that's like saying not teaching children how to cook, just pop it in the microwave.